Hey, welcome all the magical people. It's Tanya, hot mess from the middle. Today I want to talk about weight loss surgery and my decision to have gastric bypass or RNY. So, in August, September of 2018, I went to a family reunion and had some pictures taken, and I saw them and I didn't think anything of it. But I noticed that a t-shirt I had was a little tight, and I decided to weigh myself, and I hadn't weighed myself in a while, and I was 303 pounds. I had never in my life weighed more than 270 something pounds, which I always was big. So 303 pounds was a wake up call, and I decided to start trying to lose some weight. And I was doing low carb, keto, whatever you want to call it. And I got down to about 286 by Thanksgiving. And my first appointment with my gastric bypass doctor was that week. I'm going to show you the pictures that really tripped me into going to see my doctor and making that appointment. It wasn't those pictures in August. It was the pictures where I had lost 25 pounds because I was in a photo with my boyfriend's mother and sister, and one of me made both of them, and I freaked out, and that's when I made the appointment. So I started my journey November 2018. My insurance required 3 nutritional visits with the nutritionist, psychological eval, and EKG, sleep apnea test, cardio, stress test, all that stuff, typical. But I was lucky. I only had to do 3 months. I know a lot of other insurances, and everyone's insurance is different. It depends on what their regulations are. And I didn't have to have a doctor. I still don't have a primary care doctor. I'm relatively healthy. I had no comorbidities before my surgery, but my BMI put me over enough that I could have it based with my insurance. I got really lucky. But a lot of people have to have a doctor's letter of recommendation for this, which is great. Everybody should talk to a doctor beforehand. I work in a medical facility. I talked to a lot of people before I had my surgery. I talked to some doctors who had the surgery years ago before me. I had a lot of encouragement. I know a lot of people get a lot of negative feedback from family and friends when they decide to do this, but I'm lucky, and I know that. That's one reason I wanted to do some videos on gastric bypass and my decision and what the last 10 months have been like for me. And if you're thinking about doing this, start your videos now. I was afraid of failure and didn't want to record my failure for the world to see. And I wish I would have, because so far I'm not failing. I'm slow at this, and I'm okay with that. But I'm going to link some videos down below of people I watched, and they recorded theirs from the beginning, and I wish I would have. I just didn't have the guts. I won't lie. I failed so many times in life at trying to lose weight that I thought even with surgery, I was going to fail. And you know, I still may. A lot of people have regained, and that's something that's down the road. But right now, I've lost 105 pounds since my heaviest. I've gone from a 24, 26 to a 14, almost a 12. So I'm okay with that. My goal is a size 10 or an 8. I'm not focused on the scale. Yes, I love seeing the weight come off. I am a daily weigher. Mentally, if you can't handle that, don't do it. I'm just like, I'm daily weigher, but I only record my weight 1 time a week, and I only do my measurements every 3 months when I go to a doctor's appointment for my follow-ups. So my decision was based on having a child at 42. I gained 60 pounds, and then I lost it not a problem. But the hormones, the stress, life, and convenience got in the way. And I went from 220 to 303 in a matter of 2 years. And I had to put a stop to that. I wanted to be around for her. I have a 25-year-old. I was there for him. He's my buddy. And I want to be there for my daughter. I don't want her dad to struggle taking care of her because I'm not healthy or something happens and I die because of my obesity. Yeah, I had no comorbidities, but that didn't mean they weren't going to happen. I'm getting older every day. So family history, I'm lucky. I have a lot of my siblings have high cholesterol. A lot of people in my family have high cholesterol. Stroke runs in my family, and we're just a bunch of fat people. And for me, it's hormone related also. It's genetic. It's just been a lifelong struggle. The one time in my life I was thin was between the ages of 17 and 21. I had my first son at 20, lost my weight, and then something happened. Oh yeah, I went to school, worked a few jobs, became a single mom, and life just overtook me. For me, that's what happened to me, and everybody's story is different. Just like everyone's decision to go through gastric bypass or RNY or sleeve or duodenal switch or lap band or whatever you and your provider decide is the best fit for you, or no surgery at all, it's still good to go and talk about that with your provider. Go to those nutritional appointments, go to those mental health appointments, because the mental health aspect of my weight loss journey has been the best part about this whole journey, is knowing who I am, knowing where I'm at, where I've been, and where I'm going. I just want to say that because even if I lose another 50 pounds or I lose another 30 pounds, I'm a success. And if I gain some back, I have the tools to lose that weight again. And that's all gastric bypass, RNY, all this weight loss surgery is a tool to help you lose weight. It's not a fix. It's definitely not an easy fix. So all those naysayers who like to say surgery's the easy way out, I'm lucky. I had 0 complications. There are people who die from the surgery. There are people who die from the complications post-op. There are people who have impacted bowels down the road, perforations. There's crazy stuff. That's why you should always talk to a doctor. That's why you should always go to your follow-up appointments. And if your insurance doesn't cover it, you're saving money by not eating. Put that money that you're not spending on food to the side to go to your follow-up appointments. It is so important to stay focused and to know what's going on in your body that's different. I'm 10 months out. I still throw up if I eat too dry of meat. I love chicken. I love roast chicken, but anymore I can't eat chicken unless it's ground because it's too dense and too dry, and I can't eat steak anymore. A lot of the meat I have to eat needs to be ground or cubed or like stewed meat. I can do that just because it adds some moisture back into it. 10 months out and I'm still throwing up occasionally from the food I eat. I can't drink milk anymore. It does horrible things to me and nobody wants to be in the room with me. So I can't drink protein drinks anymore. I've tried different milk alternatives. It just doesn't set well with me. I have some coworkers who've had the surgery. They love it that I can't drink this stuff anymore because I have given them so many protein drinks from Undri and Celebrate, and Bariatric Eating has some great protein powders. I'm going to do another video going over the types of foods and different things that have helped me survive the last 10 months. But if I can't tolerate it, I give it to my friends who had the surgery. One of my coworkers, she had surgery a couple of months after me. She's lost like almost 100 pounds. Almost what I've lost in 10 months, she's lost in 6. So yeah, but that's okay. I'm only in a race with myself, and I celebrate everything my friends and the people I have met on this journey do. Yeah, I want to be one of those people who, oh, overnight I've lost 150 pounds. Woo! But I'm not. I'm hoping to hit the 100-pound mark from my surgery date at my 1-year anniversary in March. I'm not trying to force myself. I'm not trying to push myself. I'm trying to be focused, logical, and consistent. And that's where I think everybody fails. They get in a hurry to lose the weight quickly. And a lot of people do, and they keep it off. And after a few years, it starts coming back. I'm not trying to race anybody but myself. I just want to fit into a certain pair of jeans, and then I'm going to be happy. And the best part about fitting into those jeans is 5 pounds up, I'll know it without a scale. I don't want to live by the scale. I want to be healthy and happy and raise a daughter who does not have body dysmorphia or body issues. We already live in a society that affects us. I want her to be happy and healthy in who she is. And I'm going to be honest with her. If she starts having weight problems like I did, I'll be honest with her. I also hope she's tall and thin like her dad. That would be great, wouldn't it? I mean, naturally thin. But he has his own issues. He's type 1 diabetic. So our daughter has some struggles in life ahead of her, whether it be obesity, diabetes, or just survival of a new age and era where everything is online. And again, I want to go back to, I wish I would have started these videos 10 months ago, 12 months ago, when I was first looking at having surgery, when I was afraid to fail. It's a good way to keep yourself accountable. It's a great way to show other people you're not the only person out there struggling. And it's a struggle. This is not all sunshine and roses. The post-op, you feel like you've been hit by a bus. I had to have an emergency C-section with my 3-year-old. Recovery from gastric was almost worse than that. And I wasn't cut open. It was laparoscopic. And my C-section, they cut me open. And mentally, psychologically, you go through so much. Your hormones, if you're female, woo, you're cray-cray. You have head hunger. You have friends who are well-meaning. And I know a lot of people have supported me. I've been very lucky. This is the first time I'm vocalizing publicly that I had surgery. If someone asks me, I have no problem telling them, yeah, I had gastric bypass. That's how I'm losing the weight. But I know a lot of people who've lost friends, who've had friends talk poorly behind their back about their decision to do this. And you can't know somebody else's path, somebody else's road, somebody else's health issues. So it's just part of trying to be accountable. And that helps you find out too who your true friends are, who your true supporters are, the people who are going to have your back, and the people who are going to help you when you hit those struggles. So if you're looking at having surgery, you really need to go talk to your healthcare provider. If you don't have a healthcare provider, go find one. Talk to your insurance company. A lot of the insurance companies have nurses you can talk to. They can talk to you about your medical history, your BMI, all of that, different things that might tell you if this is an option for you. Talk to friends who've had it. Talk to your spouse. It is a huge deal. I was extremely lucky. My boyfriend supported me even though he didn't want me to have the surgery. He was so scared, so was my son, that something might happen to me. But they both supported my decision for what I needed to do for me to be around for my daughter. And I want to be there for you. If you don't have anybody who can support you, send me a note, send me an email, put a comment below, and we'll talk. I'm not an expert in this. I am more than happy to be an ear to listen. And check out those other videos that I'm posting below. Some of them are 2 years out, 5 years out. Some of them are still in the middle of this, but they're great options to give you advice, to give you some technical knowledge of what to expect, what you are going to go through, and that you're not alone in this decision. This is about you. This is not about anybody else. So you need to focus on you. It's all about self-care. It's all about your health. It's all about your future. Talk to your doctor, talk to your insurance, talk to your spouse, your partner, your children, if they're old enough to understand this, your friends, your family, your pastor, your spiritual advisors, whoever. But focus on you and do something for yourself for once. And I hope